Good afternoon, tubers. Alright, well, we're back at it again. Got the EcoDiesel back from the dealer last Thursday. I'm hoping I never have to go back. Well, I have to go back one last time because they didn't fix my cruise control yet. It's still broke, so I got to go back one more time on that. But this is pretty much going to be my final report on this AEM tune thing. After having the computer replaced and having the whole SCR system replaced, thankfully under that new warranty that I have on the truck now. Truck's been fantastic. I have noticed a few things with it. It'll give you that nice, initially you hit the gas and whoop, it kind of snaps your head back and then it just lays down. Throttle is really, really conservative on the truck. Towing's not too bad because, as I said in the last video, we're going to go up and get the camper for Memorial Day weekend, and I literally picked the truck up at 7:30 on Thursday morning. The truck was ready. All he had to do is, he was out on the test drive with it. They did a forced regen with it and said, here you go, here's your truck. After having the SCR replaced, the module replaced, just all kinds of stuff replaced on it. The truck, other than, like I said, the acceleration laying down, I've lost a little bit of mid-range power as far as being unloaded. It used to snap from 8th gear to 6th gear, zip right up, you could pass somebody. Now that takes a little more time. That's a little disappointing. But the fuel mileage, everybody said their fuel mileage suffered, and they said, well, fuel mileage isn't supposed to suffer and this and that. I will be very honest with you. I put 700 miles on this truck in the last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, well, literally the last 6 days I've put 700 miles on the truck. I put 200 miles on it with the camper and another 500 on it just driving back and forth to work. So mileage has been going up to the campground, which is 100 miles from my house. It was 100 miles with the camper, 100 miles without the camper was 19. And then bringing the camper home and then driving for 2 days back and forth to work, actually 2+ days driving back and forth to work, garnered me 20 miles to the gallon. So I'm not too upset about that. The mileage is good, the power is good. I mean, granted, it's not like you're going to get into a race with a 7,000-pound camper on an EcoDiesel. So other than the throttle, I mean, throttle response is there. It's just that it just lays down. They just were really conservative on it. But not disappointed other than that. The truck, like I said, has been running wonderfully. It holds gears longer now. When you accelerate, it holds. I mean, I'm conservative on my acceleration. I mean, I might literally tiptoe the throttle. So before it would shift at like 2 grand, and now it shifts at like 2,500 RPM. Towing the camper, it used to bounce in and out of between 6th gear, 6th and 7th gear, it'd bounce in and out of quite a bit. Doesn't do that anymore. I get up to 65 miles an hour, it holds 7th gear now. It's not as apt to bounce back and forth between the gears, which I like, so that's kind of nice. But I mean, I guess it really all depends on your truck and how you drive it. Like I said, I drive pretty conservatively. I mean, don't get me wrong, my speed limit is 75 miles an hour, but getting up there, I'm not in that big a rush. So other than that, it's been great. As soon as they fix my cruise control, it'll be awesome. I can have my complete truck. Damn fly. I can have my truck back again. I'm gonna go get that fixed on Thursday. But the other thing too is, you know, you guys that are watching me just to see what this EcoDiesel's like compared to other things, I've decided we're gonna start changing some things up. As interesting as the EcoDiesel is, and it's an interesting mixed bag. A lot of people have a lot of negative things to say about it. I really don't have a lot of negative things to say about it. I didn't buy this thinking I'm going to go yank houses out of their foundation and you know, be able to roll coal, because I don't get into that. Yes, is there a tune in this one's future? Yeah, probably is. There's going to be a tune in this one's future. Just because. Not because I want to yank houses off their foundation or anything like that. It's just, you know. But I think today, coming back home, I filled it up this morning. Going to work, it was showing 27 miles to the gallon, almost 28. Coming home, it was showing 27 miles to the gallon. Stupid flies. Sorry, I'm being attacked by flies out here. Which is better than I've ever really seen out of the truck, which I like. That was the main purpose of buying the truck, was to get better fuel mileage. When you drive 80 plus miles round trip every day for 4 days a week, 5 days a week, you know, whatever, it's nice. But I think we're going to start changing gears here. And let me know in the comments. I mean, I respond to them, but let me know in the comments, because I'm thinking about changing gears on this. Two things. One, I have a friend, if you watched my video about getting, you know, alpaca sticks are really good, which that was just a lark. I was just screwing around on that one. It doesn't really matter. But my buddy John is getting ready to redo a camper, and I'm thinking about helping him out, and we might be recording this. The other thing is, I've got something, it's been in the background on a few of the earlier videos. I've actually driven it in some of my beginning videos in this. It's actually what I put on YouTube just for funsies. But it's been sitting in my garage for now a year, and it upsets me that it's in there, and I can't use it because my youngest son, you know, partially his fault, partially mine, blew out the drive shaft, and it's been in the background as kind of a shelf, which is upsetting to me. Let me know if anybody wants to see me redo this. I mean, I'm going to do it regardless, just whether or not I record it or not. But this guy right here, that guy right there, that shelf, that is my 1982 Dodge Ram D150. Has a couple of nicknames. One of them's Big Al, because it was my dad's truck. Or the other one is what I call it, because I'm the youngest in my family, and I call it the Black Sheep. And you know, it's already had some pretty neat stuff done to it just prior to, you know, I mean, it doesn't have its original interior in it anymore. I took all the original interior out and redid it all, and did quite a few things, found some things on it that I didn't know when I started redoing it the first time, because this was just an old farm truck when I got it. You know, it had been redone once before. This thing's like a chameleon. It's changed several times in its life. But started out life as, you know, belonged to an old man before my dad. And then my dad purchased it and, you know, drove it for 10 years. And then when he could no longer drive, he gave it to me. And it was my toy from, let's see, I got it in 2012. So it was my toy from 2012 up until last year when my son broke it. And, you know, him and I kind of want to get it back going again and see if you guys want to go on that adventure with me. So, yeah, this is my, I mean, unfortunately right now it's sitting in my garage and it's my shelf. But let me know if you want to see that thing getting redone. And I'll go through it a little bit more as we, you know, if I decide to do this or if there's enough responses that want to see it get redone. So, and the other thing, watch out for the camper videos, because we're going to redo whenever my buddy John gets time, we're going to redo his 1994 Dodge camper van. And that one's going to be really fun because there's a lot that get redone. So, guys, have a good night. See you later. Bye-bye.